We're live.
Hey, so this is the part where we do that. Hey, we're live. Does this work? No, I still refuse to do that. Oh man, hey everybody, and welcome to this quarantine version of Underground Video Network's Behind the Counter, or in our case, behind the computer desk. I'm Mike Boroff. Rich, how's it going?
Good. I'm Richard Catterjohn.
Oh.
Hey, everybody's doing Comic-Con our way.
No kidding. This is weird for me and you because right now during normal office hours, the world would be at San Diego Comic-Con right now, except for the majority of us, and we have a lot of friends, comic book store owners and creators that like to celebrate not at Comic-Con by having their own festivals. Well, because of Rona, you can't be there either. So everyone's having their not at Comic-Con, not at Comic-Con, Comic-Con. So we're doing ours. We're calling it the Not at Comic-Con Squared edition because we can't be anywhere. But God bless, a few times you can say this aside from message boards and comment section, God bless the internet. I've been keeping up on a lot of our friends. Who was it? Sean Forney and them are doing, what are they calling it? Garage Con?
Yeah, it's Jesse. It's at Jesse's place.
Jesse Noble. Yeah. Jesse Noble at his place is having Garage Con, which is we may be seeing a new
event. It's his annual event. He does it every year.
Oh, does he do it every year?
Yeah.
This might be the first year that I've seen him video it like this.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he do that as really like a con, but he always just calls it that. So
yeah. But it's great seeing everybody's versions and takes on what to do during this time when you can't really go anywhere. And I'll give him a lot of credit for this too. I've seen some of the videos, I've seen some of the pictures. Even his garage sale, his Garage Con is still socially responsible. He's got the mask. I've seen the people doing what they do, and especially here in Ohio where it's those levels keep just keep going up. It's like in the wintertime. In the wintertime it gets worse as the levels go lower, but here in the summertime with Rona, as the level gets higher, it gets worse and worse. And
yeah, we did the shout out that Sean Forney and Nate Lovett's there too. So
yes, that's why I thought that, because I'm friends with all of them on Facebook, so I'm seeing like I hate the word cross-contamination. It's a horrible word to use right now, but the cross-promotion of those guys on their Facebook pages and everything. And it's just great to see everybody out there still staying creative. Our friend Molly Durst has been doing it too, through her website, Geek Out. What is it? Geek Out. I should know. I'm wearing her damn shirt. But she's hosted a page through her Facebook page.
Yeah, it's called We Miss Comic Cons.
That's what it is. And I've been following her, and it's great because her and her friends and people she knows have been posting great photos from previous cons, including one of my favorite pictures of me and Molly. It was one, we'd only known each other for a couple years at that point, but I think it was when we went to Gym City, back when it was still at the Wright State. She had her Ghostbusters uniform t-shirt on, and I had my Slimer t-shirt on, and we were both like, but she's been doing a lot. She's been posting a lot. I just recently, Rich, I know we've talked about it before, and it's true. Me and Richard know that when it comes to comic book conventions, when we go to the bigger ones, I can spend all day and not spend $1. I can walk out of that place nothing. The smaller the show is, the more I usually end up spending. Now, you would think since there's no cons, I would just be banking money. Oh no, it's worse, dude. I've done the tally, Richard. I have probably spent more at not Comic Cons than I have in Comic Cons this last year. I recently, just last night, from Molly. If I would have thought about it, I would have taken a screen grab. But Molly does these amazing sketch cards, and she's done like 3 sets of them. She did. I know she's done more, but she did 3 sets at Top Off for me. She did some Star Wars ones that included, the child, the Mandalorian. She did a set of the Princess Bride characters and the little cards, and she did Avatar: The Last Airbender. I bought some. Damn you, PayPal! It's like Amazon now, because now it's just like PayPal's like, oh, let's make it easy on you. Just one button is all it takes. So there's like no even like cooling down point anymore, Richard. There's no more, are you sure you want to go through with this transaction? Because like, no, maybe I should. No, it's one click. So I bought the set of Airbender cards, and I bought one of the child cards from Molly just last night. So
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Check her stuff out at the Geek Out Art on Facebook.
Geek Out Art. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's where I got this shirt. She's been doing a lot. She's been doing a lot of T-shirts. She's even done some face masks, and right. Here's the thing I like to point out to people, Richard. There's been controversy here lately about, you have the people who wear masks and then the anti-maskers. My argument for the anti-maskers is you just don't know the right people. You don't want to wear a mask, but you just don't know the right people. If you found the right people who are making the right mask, I got masks now. I got one, I think, coming from a friend of mine that I'm like, I'm going to wear around the house. I fucking love this mask. Pardon my language. But it's like, you know what I mean? They've become the new T-shirt. You know what I mean? They say you can't judge a book by its cover, but you can judge a person by their T-shirt. Ooh. Oh, Richard, I think I'm onto something here. I think we just had a profound moment. Yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover, but you can tell a person by, there you go. Okay. But yeah, I got that ordered those just last night. And real quick, I want to mention, since it's on topic about helping our friends out, I had mentioned it, I think, on the last show. I'd finally gotten to start to read it. I like to give a huge, God, I don't even know which hand is I'm sitting there going, why is my finger not moving? No, it's this hand. The Other Mrs. Miller by Allison Dickinson, friend of ours, friend of the show. I've read her first book, Strings, which left me emotionally scarred. This one is, I'm a few chapters into it right now, and I would just like to say to Allison, I know you made your character and there's no spoilers. I know you made your character a married woman in an unhappy marriage, but as you describe her, how dare you call me out like that? I'm reading your description of this woman, and how dare you? Because I don't like being that closely, I don't like to have this much in common with a character in a book where I know stuff is going to go bad. You know what I mean, Richard?
Yeah.
Like, when you read the detective novel, you're like, I have nothing in common with this person, so it doesn't affect me. But as I'm reading this book right here, I'm like, she doesn't like people. She doesn't. And the way she's a neighbor, she notices a car across the street, and I'm like minutes ago, I heard a car in a driveway, and I was doing the same thing with the blinds, and I'm like reading this, I'm like, no. But it was great too, because I'd really hoped to have been able to buy the book from her. She's a friend, but it was a nice treat that she did sign the book too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh, that one melted my heart. But we've said it 100 times, Oh, that was the other thing I came up with, Richard. This is my other new motto or anthem for everything that's going on right now is ask not what your comic book or creator can do for you, but ask what you can do for your comic book creator. Because it takes very little effort to find their Facebook pages and find their actual pages and buy their stuff. You know, you might not get to see them and shake their hands in person, but I guarantee you, you know, they're still as grateful. They're still as grateful to get that money through PayPal than they are to get that money, you know, like right in front of them. So, you know,
Actually,
do
they
your
probably would
part.
prefer that you know, through PayPal than actually the dirty money. Oh,
Yeah. No, yeah. Like I'm really looking into that one app where, you know, it's the where you just like tap your phone or whatever, you know. I'm still paranoid because, you know, I've been known to leave my phone around, and it's just that's like leaving your phone in your wallet together. But, you know, just the idea that, you know.
so
Oh man.
so you've been catching some of the Comic-Con stuff. Then you were
I
saying,
have
yeah.
here and there, you know, I'm uh because I'm an idiot, I keep forgetting this little thing. Is I try to watch some of the videos when I'm on my phone because I know I've told you before, my desktop is just junk, and trying to watch video on it. But I watch what I can. I know I've missed a lot, and I'm going to be catching up. The
That's
biggest
one
thing.
good thing. That's one good thing about this whole virtual. If you miss it, you know, because you know you can watch it when after the release time, you can watch it whenever. And I'm not
Exactly.
sure how long. I don't know how long they're going to have it up, but I've been catching up on stuff, you know, because there's been two
Yeah.
panels at the same time. That's so cool. One, you're over in panel room, say H or M, and there's a panel going on at the same time. Well, you just watch the
Mm-hmm.
one, you just catch the other one later.
Yep. And it's the same with our show too. I wonder where they got that idea, Richard.
Well,
But
we've been doing panels online forever, you know.
oh God, yeah.
We've been putting them up ever since like 2011, 10 there, you know, when we put the first panel up. You know, we used to
Mm-hmm.
have one stuff called Panel Room, you know. I mean, that's what we still call the stuff. You can go to our
Yeah.
website and watch the old panels because we still got everything out there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, and speaking of, real quick, you have been doing a hell of a lot of work. Speaking of the website, getting a lot of our older stuff up.
Yeah, I've gotten it down to a new like blog and sort of system that's tied right into Amanda. She's funny. Amanda just sent a comment. Did you see it, or can you see the comments?
I can't see them on here.
Okay. Yeah. But you haven't filmed panels, Amanda. That's our thing. We've been doing it before you. Sorry, Amanda. But no, but we have got all of our website stuff up to date, and almost every single video. I got 2 more to upload, and we've been all the videos from 2002 to present is available to watch, and that's 790 videos at the moment.
God. You know, I caught a couple here recently, back from the old Comic Connection days. And you know what it really honestly, what it really reminded me of, Richard, was a while back ago, I went back and I started to rewatch the old Supernatural, starting at season 1, and seeing them when they were like fresh-faced kids. And you're like, I can't believe it's like you're listening to their voice, and it's just like, oh my God. But then I'm watching, you know, those videos from the comic book or the Comic Connection, you know, Dave, Peanut, and our friends Jeff and John, and it's kind of like, yeah, we're gonna be doing a review of, you know what I mean? They just got that higher. I just, you know, it's like a literal. That's what you give for, you know, like the flashbacks. But it's just so weird, and seeing some of the books and stuff that they were talking about for the time, man, that's like time capsule stuff, man. It's.
Thanks for the shout out, Amanda. Amanda's shouting out about us, so there you go. Thanks. But no, yeah, like I said, I went through and made sure it was all updated. All you have to do is go to undergroundvideonetwork.com and then click up above on the UVN behind the counter, and that shows you where we're all at. So,
but speaking of the Comic-Con stuff right now, the one thing that I really have to mention, and that's why I'm still a little bit.
Sorry, I'm late.
I almost wore that shirt again because I get a chance to here real quick. I finished up the Booster Gold costume, Rich.
Oh
Aside from
yeah.
the glasses, I still have to get. But I finished painting the brim of the hat blue, and the collar and the cuffs to the jacket blue. Which the only problem was is I used cloth paint. I used a lot of suggestions from friends, but I'd forgotten that when you paint cloth and you put layer after layer, it stiffens it. So when I
Oh.
put my hand through the sleeve, it was like, oh, yeah. Like, all right, I won't be taking this off. And I'd forgotten to do the inside of the sleeves because I was going to finish the outsides, then turn them inside out. But once I put the sleeves on, they're so tight now. I'm like, I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I finished that up. But the Comic-Con stuff, the thing that I'm really excited about is we're seeing more and more stuff and hearing more stuff coming out about the Snyder Cut for Justice League that'll be coming to HBO Go or Plus, Pro, Unleaded, whatever the heck.
Max.
Max. HBO Unleaded is about all I can afford right now. I can't even afford. HBO Plus or Superior or whatever. But it's going to happen, especially now because it'll be coming in 2021. But they showed the clip of Henry Cavill in the black Superman uniform, the resurrection suit. If you're familiar with, well, that's what they called it, in the 90s when he wore the black suit after the death of Superman when he returned. The only thing I was kind of bummed about was I saw the suit and the silver. I'm like, where's the mullet, man? Like, come on, man. If you're going to pay that much of a tribute, just go all out. I mean, it's well established that when you're dead, your hair and your fingernails still grow. You could have figured out a way to give him the mullet.
Well, you know how much it cost him to get rid of the mustache. That was
This is true. This is true. Oh my God! Could you imagine how horrible that would have been? You know what it would have looked like, Richard? The CGI him with the mullet would have looked as bad as I do wearing a wig. Oh, come on. I know. I ain't fooling nobody. But no, it was that scene they showed was a great interaction with, you got Alfred there working on that exotic car, which just seemed kind of weird. I mean, I know they wanted to show him, being mechanical, but I'm like, come on, Bruce. Like, he's not driving that damn car. Like, what's he working on? But it was a great little interaction, and to see him in that suit, and it's just fueling the fire for more anticipation for the Snyder Cut come 2021.
Yeah, that's going to be on the HBO Max. Are they going to break that down in a couple parts or something like that or something now? They keep saying one way or the other because it's going to be like 3 hours long.
I know. I hope they should know from the way people have in the past, before like Hulu, Netflix, and all of them, the idea of somebody sitting down for more than 2 hours to watch something was ludicrous.
Right.
But now we're in a society of binging where 3 hours.
but at least that's not 10 episodes, 10 hours worth of stuff. That's
true. But no, I do. I hope they keep it. I don't care if it turns out 8 hours. I don't care if he's pulling stuff off the floor. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll take all the junk you can get. Is there anything? Has there been anything else, Richard, that you've caught?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot. I actually got a chance to watch the. They had Underground Comics, the history of Underground Comics, and they had some of the masters from the old school days on there talking and stuff. Oh. I was really, really surprised that Comic-Con did that. I mean, these were like legends in the underground scene.
Yeah, it'd be almost like one of the major networks hyping up a public access show.
Well, Well, this is pure art. I mean, this is like real art. Right. So
no. That's what I mean.
Yeah. It's like PBS. It's like PBS on the normal. Yeah.
Right.
But no, those were pretty cool. And then they had an independent creator panel. I sat and watched that, and I caught the Doctor Who, the comic panel from Titan Comics, because they're going to
Oh
be
yeah,
doing this. They're going to be doing this like Time Lord war type
I did.
thing coming up,
Yeah,
and they had the artists and some other ones that were on there about that. And let's see, I've been the Todd McFarlane stuff that's been on the Sci-Fi Channel. I've caught some of
yeah.
that, and that special like airs tonight. I think right now, if you got
The
Sci-Fi
20.
Channel, and you're not watching this, or is it tomorrow night?
I want to
I
say
think
it's
it's tonight.
tonight.
Yeah, I
I
think
want
it's
to say
tonight.
it's tonight.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
they've had several different like panels, like what we're doing right now, talking to Todd McFarlane about his days, about the special and how he's done, 300 consecutive issues of Spawn, all this stuff, and it's pretty neat seeing that old stuff. And then
yeah.
what other panel did I catch? Because I didn't get a chance because there's a. Oh, did you see the Rick and Morty trailer for season
Oh,
5?
no, but no. I know what you're talking about because I was like running out of time. I added it to my liked stuff so I could watch it later, and I could broadcast it on my
Yeah, I
TV
mean
so I could watch it.
it's not fully done, but it's really neat because it looks like storyboard animation,
Yeah,
and that's what they actually show us and stuff. And then you get to see his new nemesis or whatever, Rick's new nemesis. So it looks pretty
yeah.
cool. Season 5, because I'm a little late to the game. I watched all the episodes on HBO Max when I had HBO Max, so I've seen
Oh,
all of them now. And that was really cool
mm-hmm.
because I didn't get into it up until season 4, and then I watched season 4, and then I went back and watched all 1, 2, and 3, and then I rewatched
Yeah.
4. So
That is
it
a
was pretty
jacked
cool.
up show. I'm
And
Doctor Who in this motherfucker. when he's fighting with the president, he's like, "You don't know me. I'm Doctor Who in this motherfucker." I was like, that was one of those moments I literally paused it, rewound it. I'm like, I need to hear this on a loop.
but then there's several other panels that got saved. So
The one I did watch was the announcement of the Phineas and Ferb movie that's going to be coming to Disney Plus. So
oh wow,
I'm a huge Phineas and Ferb fan, and they had released a I don't know if it's the opening musical, but it's Candace on her bicycle singing a happy little song, and it was just no, it was great because it was like one of those moments where it was just like like you slid into your Phineas and Ferb slippers, you know what I mean? It was just like it's like they were never gone, So that's something
yeah.
else I've been really looking forward to. The more announcements. Oh, go ahead.
No, just I was. They had the Overstreet Price Guide panel. That was pretty cool. I started but hadn't finished it.
Oh my God, that was man. I haven't heard those words in a long time.
50 years.
Jesus. Been catching up a little bit on the panels for the snippets and highlights for the Mandalorian season 2. Oh man. Seeing some of the promotional art. Oh,
Amanda was saying you gotta check out the Ray Parks Gets Lucky on Instagram video. I haven't seen that. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard enough. No, don't you do that, Amanda. 2 words. I've already had a couple friends post about it on Facebook. 2 words: revenge porn.
Oh, okay.
I legitimately, so they're just like
okay. Amanda
yeah.
suggested that, so that's not my suggestion.
Yeah, I wouldn't go looking up.
She's laughing at us, so I don't know.
Yeah, he definitely went to the dark side on that one. But speaking of the child, real quick, Richard.
Oh.
Yeah. And not only it's still in the car. I got some of because I am such a tool. It was the Mandalorian, the child hand sanitizer.
Oh, she was making a joke. She was making a joke. She knew I was reading.
Oh.
She's being really bad to me.
What's new? Let's see. What else? Gosh, oh man. Oh! New Mutants.
Oh
The
yeah.
announcement of New Mutant.
And
Whoa,
in the first
dude.
few minutes. Did you see
Yes. Dude, that looks badass. That really I am really glad that it's it's going to see the light of day, cuz for a while it's not, it's not, it's going to happen here, it's never going to happen at all, but man, after seeing that, I am really excited about that. The other thing that I have been keeping up on from Comic Con, and this is nothing new. The quarantine aside, was all a lot of the toys and the San Diego exclusives and stuff that we're going to be seeing on the shelves later. Um, some of the big ones that have been announced was, and I haven't bought an X-Men figure. I haven't bought anything X-Men in a long time. I fell out. But there was a 2-pack from the movie Logan that has old Logan and old Charles Xavier in his wheelchair, and
Oh yeah.
they look amazing. They
Oh
look
wow.
amazing. My only beef with it would have been, I kind of want to buy it. If they'd have done this, I definitely would have bought it. But, of course they show Logan, he's got, I believe, like an interchangeable head, where he's like, dour and then angry, and the hands with the claws. If they'd have just given me a Patrick Stewart with his tongue out like this when when Logan's like, did you swallow the pill? Ah, I would have bought that son of a bitch in a goddamn heartbeat. To have a Patrick Stewart figure in the wheelchair doing that in a heartbeat. But the other one that I'm really excited for, and I might actually get these, is they're going to release a line of X-Men figures revolving around the Hellfire Club.
Oh wow.
Like the old school legit Hellfire Club, with like Sebastian Stan and the White Queen. And
Okay.
what looks really cool is that they're doing them in their old, like Victorian style costumes, but it looks like behind each one of them is going to be I don't want to call it a Build-A-Figure, but it's like it's going to come with a portrait of the Hellfire
Oh wow.
Club, and each one has a section of it that once you buy like all 4 figures, they get put together to make that one portrait. That
Oh
looked pretty damn cool.
wow. They're sure
Yeah,
getting a lot of different stuff anymore. They're just going every different direction, it seems like.
yeah. And I would say the one nice thing about it is, I hate to say the word nice, but there's been a lot of stuff in the past that has been a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that I have really wanted that wasn't able to get. And when you try to find them, after the fact, they're ridiculous. Like one of the ones I tried to score for the longest time was from a few years ago. It was an Ant-Man Lego set that it was like from here up of Ant-Man, but it was made to look like the scene from Ant-Man and the Wasp when he was coming out of the water. You know what I mean? So then, like, right in front of him was like the dock, and it looked like he was coming out of the water. And like a day or two after San Diego, I made the mistake of going to eBay and all them, and it was just like ridiculous.
Oh wow.
But
So
but I'm
so oh, I was just thinking, Amanda's waving. You ready, Amanda? Amanda's coming on. Is that okay?
yeah.
I know. The show's going to go a
No,
whole other
Brandon.
direction.
You don't get a choice, buddy. Sorry. You're my sponsor, so you have to show me off. Them's the rules.
Hi, Amanda. Here's the story of a lovely day. Every time it goes more than me and Richard, my mind jumps right to the Brady Bunch, which makes you Alice.
Yeah, well, she was the badass of the show anyway, so
She was you should take that as a compliment.
I do.
Oh,
You guys should let me know when you guys are doing this. Some of us have a couple of platforms we could promote this on.
We never know when we're doing this.
Can you let me know when you're starting it? The only reason why I know is because I just finished promoting Rodney's, and then I saw you guys, and then I was able to promote you guys, and then I have like 3 promotions plus my own for tomorrow.
how is Rodney and everybody doing?
Fantastic. You know, they started a new Kickstarter, and you should have them on.
Yes. Me and Richard have talked about it. We have a lot of people that we would like to get on the show. I mentioned it to him, I think last week or something, like I really want to get Allison on to talk about her book, and.
Well, you know, Ronnie has the Kickstarter Roadkill Rampage funded in 2 days.
Yes.
I already got the early bird.
Did you? God.
Yeah.
See, I told you, Rich. This is by no means an excuse, man. But for being in quarantine and not going anywhere or doing anything, I have dropped so much fucking money on my friends this last couple months. Don't get me wrong, I do not regret any of it. But it came down to like last night when I bought those sketch cards from Molly Durst. She had Princess Bride and she had Avatar: The Last Airbender. I want to do as much as I can, but goddamn, Daddy still needs to buy rent, or his daddy still needs to buy groceries. So it literally
buy groceries. I like to see groceries in your list because all your Facebook pages is all the crap you bought.
Oh my God! Well, I only go every couple of weeks. I was a hoarder to begin with, but now with all this stuff, man, it's just I'm not going to need this for another 4 weeks, but I don't want to go outside anymore.
Mike's post. Look at all my stuff. I have no money, but look at all my stuff.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Speaking of, look at my little Charmander.
Aww.
He's fuzzy.
Because I posted a picture. Speaking of that, when I was at GameStop yesterday. I haven't got a chance to do a game review, but I was at GameStop yesterday, and a few weeks ago when I went in there, I traded in a bunch of stuff, and I had purchased The Last of Us 2, which I talked to you about it last week, Richard. I absolutely love this game. I still had money left over, and I was talking to the guy. It was like, The Last of Us 2 is a fantastic game. Probably not the best game to be playing during the quarantine, considering the focus of the game is, it's your atypical zombie apocalypse, but it's more of like a fungal spread disease. So, you're seeing remnants of a very, this game strikes very close to home right now. You're seeing stuff.
Please give me zombies. Please give me zombies.
I can handle
please
zombies.
Give me zombies. Zombies are so much easier to handle than the idiots that we have right now. Please give me zombies.
It's encouraged to shoot a zombie, but not an anti-masker. But that's for another show. But I got to thinking, and the other thing too about The Last of Us that reminds you of the current pandemic is it's not always the disease you have to worry about. It's those goddamn morons. You got those toilet paper hoarders, which I'm playing a video game I'm playing The Last of Us, and there's a faction of survivalists. I'm like, these people would have hoarded toilet paper. So I needed something light. So I picked up the new Paper Mario. I needed something fun, man.
He's made out of paper, so here's my review. Hey, bad guys, get a lighter. The end.
You joke, but the funny thing is the bad guy in this one is turning everybody into origami. So do with that what you will. But when I was there yesterday, they had a sale on pop figures. It was like buy two get one free. So of course, I found one, and if you find one,
Mike was conservative and didn't get any, right?
Oh no, I got 3 of them. Hey, I can't help it. They're releasing new Witcher pops, man. So I was like, I had to have that one. And then I got the Han Solo and Carbonite, which is awesome. And then it became even more awesome when I took it out of the box because I didn't realize that it's Han Solo and Carbonite. But when you take him out, his little head bobbles. I laughed myself. No, I laughed. Oh, fuck it. I'm going to get it.
By the way, like
Huh?
my new lighting,
Oh yeah.
I got it for free. Yeah, I got it for free. It's normally $160. I got this one for free and a white and black one just like it for free. Yay for rich people moving out of the apartment complex.
Cool.
Oh, I love it when rich people move out of stuff.
All the new rich kids and the new international students are coming in the next 2 weeks.
Ugh. But here's what I was talking about. Is little Han Solo and Carbonite, which was cool enough, but then when I realized, look at that shit! Come on, man, that is awesome! Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, but does anybody else see Jabba the Hutt using his tail to make it wobble, or is it just me?
But I picked up that. I picked up that one. I picked up Geralt from The Witcher from the video game throwing the Igni sign, and I also picked up the new Wonder Woman in her gold costume. Oh, which by the way, I want to give a shout out to a friend of ours, Richard. You remember my friend Jennifer? I know you've talked to her. She's a Danger Angel cosplay. She's the one that does like Wonder Woman, and she's part of the Heroes Alliance. Yeah. She was recently featured in Entertainment Weekly magazine.
Oh, cool.
She did a costume for her boyfriend, Sean Hume. I don't remember his cosplay handle at the moment, but she made him a Batman costume, which I love her work. This was movie level accurate. It was amazing. And someone from Entertainment Weekly had gotten a hold of the picture. And yeah, they not only mentioned her by name, her cosplay by name, Sean's by name, but it was nice that the Entertainment Weekly also mentioned the Heroes Alliance as being, you know, the group that, yes, they did. And it bummed me out because when I ran to the store, because I didn't get paid last week, when I ran to the store, I'm going to find a copy of it. I have a friend of mine digging one up for me. I didn't get it. But no.
That's in the Comic-Con issue, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want the
no,
kibble?
she is in a she had the photo of the costume, and they gave her a shout out, which was amazing. That's the first time
cool.
that was very cool, and I was very happy and excited for her.
Man, they got.
Look, don't be jealous because I taught my dog how to kill tribbles. Don't even get jealous over that, okay? So, Mikey,
I've seen dogs with tribbles. He's not killing it, Amanda.
No, she killed it. Biscuit, can I have the...
Look at him. He's strangling it. Like, no, he's not strangling the tribble. That's not strangling it.
Okay, she's ripped all the fuzz out of it.
So he made a hole out of it.
Like, it's all dead now. It's just a piece of rug. She killed it. She murdered the tribble. She made sure that it was never going to reproduce in my house. There you go. Go get it. So you're talking about playing the Last of Us 2, and the reason why I was giggling when you were talking about how it kind of felt like all this stuff, I tried this new mod on my game of Ark Survival called Ark Corona.
Oh my god.
And throughout the map, these little coronavirus balls are everywhere.
Oh my god.
And they have a pill that you could take, or you can use hand sanitizers. They have 3 masks that you can use. The regular mask, the old ancient, beaked mask, and then like an actual gas mask. And then they have these disinfectant grenades, which are toilet paper.
Oh my god, I will download that in a heartbeat.
It is like the funniest mod. I will warn you, the moment you get hit by one and you attack back, they swarm at you. It is the most terrifying thing. Yes.
So it's like anti-maskers at Walmart. Excuse me, sir, you need to where they come. Like, oh my god!
You're going the wrong way in the damn aisle, you bastard.
You know what? I mean, between all of us, we know enough creative people, and I'm not advocating this, But I'm just saying I'm surprised. I will not be surprised if a game comes out where, let's just say that people not wearing a mask are the targets. You know, you got those. You're like, it's like what's that old game? Zombies Invade Us, or Kill All Humans. Kill all humans.
I'm picturing a game of Clue, but instead of trying to find the murderer, you're trying to find the anti-masker.
It was Professor Plum. It was Professor Plum in the Walmart with the hand sanitizer. Corona Clue! Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! No! Wait!
It's trademarked! It's trademarked!
Oh,
it's
God!
Trademarked. We call it! We trained it!
It was... No, wait a minute. It gets better. Here's mine. It was Karen in the parking lot with her cell phone.
Trademark, we claim it. We have it recorded. It's ours. We claim it. It's ours. We want to please whoever makes this. We want it.
Oh my God. Clue Corona.
So you say that was a Batman costume he had, right?
Yes.
It went to the wrong screen.
That doesn't look like Batman, unless Batman changed. Ha! I'm Batman!
Richard, that is exactly why I will only do this show on my phone and not my desktop, because I do not need... Oh, close the folder! Close the folder!
There it is.
That's it! That's it right there. Yup. And it's amazing because I've been friends with Jen for a while. I've been friends with Jen and Sean. As I legitimately got to watch the work in progress photos. I've gotten to see the level of details. Like when you see belts and buckles and clips, it's not like a flat surface that just had something painted on there. No, she did everything. And it made me so happy. Because at first I thought when I read her one announcement that it might have just been a Entertainment Weekly online,
This is
article.
online. So.
But it is online, but it is in the magazine. It is in the physical magazine too.
Shut up. My bad. I forgot to turn it off.
Oh, but what else?
Copyright issues.
Oh God, Rich. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man.
Yeah. This is getting crazy with the time stuff.
They legitimately, Richard, we joked about it last week, but I'm telling you right now, somebody that's in that writing staff is a huge fan of Legends of Tomorrow, because they went full on Groundhog's Day.
Oh,
we knew it was coming. I think one of us called it where it's like they're going to do a time loop episode, and sure as shit, yeah. But it really did work. I mean, it wasn't, with everything that was going on. Yeah, what was going on with the show, it fit. You know what I mean? Right. It made sense, and I really liked that it was Daisy and Coulson. I loved Coulson's interaction with Daisy, where it's just like, could you remember to turn me on sooner next time? Because only him and her were remembering it.
You want somebody to turn? Wait, what?
He's an android. He wants turned on. You're not watching the series, are you?
Is it on YouTube? Is it on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, or Netflix?
It's ABC the next day.
Yeah, I don't have that.
It's free. It's
I don't have time.
Okay.
But no, the other thing that really tickled me, Richard, is he flat out said it. He said the thing, Richard. I was max headroom for you. I didn't know if they were actually going to go through with it and say it, But I mean, he flat out, he goes, I was max headroom for a year. Cut me some slack. It was like, it Deke's nasty 80s cologne. Like, that was hilarious.
So what does she remember when she took the implant out that she just broke down?
I'm gonna bet it has something to do with
Fitz. Something's.
I'm betting Fitz is dead. I'm betting Fitz is dead.
What? She forgot to put her Ewok inside because it's an indoor pet.
Jesus Christ.
Ewoks aren't indoor pets.
By the way, hey Mike, did you hear it? The Empire got rid of COVID-19 off of Alderaan.
Who to what?
The Empire rid Alderaan of COVID-19.
Oh yeah, how's that?
How do you think?
Oh.
Now he gets it. But I'm here all week. Because I don't have a job. And there's my cat.
Oh, but I was spoiler alert. I was really sad to see Enoch go. He grew on me, especially this last season. Especially the season before, he was a nice little addition, but he really they fleshed out his character a lot this last season, and it was funnier than hell. It was funny as hell though, watching each time that he beat the hell out of him. It was just great that they never showed the fight, but they would just show them laying there like just bloody, and it's like, is Deke dead? Yeah, Deke is dead. Should we be concerned about that? Nah, it's okay. It was like, God damn it, that was. And seeing Daisy with Sousa, you knew that was coming. But it was really nice the way they did it, though. Yeah.
But I liked how they sat there with Enoch when he was like.
Oh, that was great.
Like he was really dying for being a robot. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a legitimately really good TV moment. And I like that conversation that Daisy and Coulson had, where it's driving Coulson nuts because the time loop made him realize and come to terms with, being an android, he was going to have to watch his friends one by one die. And it was just like this whole situation was just mocking him. That was a really great character moment too. But to see that, with Daisy and Coulson sitting there with Enoch, he's like, shouldn't you be on the bridge where it's more important? And they're like, no, they've got it. We need to be here right now. It's like, God damn it. Don't give me that goofy time loop stuff and then give me a real sincere, emotional moment. Like, damn you.
Yeah. It's just it was just weird, because they just was there with him, and, it was like he was really dying, I mean, why couldn't they just bring him back later? But that's, I don't understand.
But I really liked his thing where they're discussing whether or not Enoch should do the thing, and meanwhile he's just like, here you go. Like when nobody was looking, he ripped that thing out of his chest like it was like matter of fact. You need it here. They're like, the shit. And here you go. Like, what did you do? It was like, Fitz would have done the same thing. And it was a nice touch, too, because I found out that was the episode that Elizabeth Henstridge had directed. And she did a great job. The episode flowed very, and especially a janky time concept like a time loop. That can be done really badly. But she handled it very well. I like that it didn't have to reestablish everything every single time. I wish they would have given a little bit more explanation, like how much time was passing, each loop. It's like as soon as something bad happened, they cut to the next loop. It could have been 4 hours for all we know,
Yeah. But they were doing it by how close they were moving to the time vortex. So they didn't know that they were progressing where they was going to be destroyed if they didn't solve their problem. So yeah.
That would have been great if they'd have gotten the one guy from Groundhog's Day, the first guy that Bill Murray meets outside in the street, like, hey there, neighbor. That'd have been just a great throwaway for just like one loop to have him like, howdy, neighbor. Like, what the fuck was...
what else? You said that you play Ark?
The what?
Ark Survival, when I was talking about the mod they put in there. You play that?
No,
Oh, you should.
Does it involve playing with other people? Yeah, hard pass. No.
You don't have to. They're single player. Good job. Good luck with the boxes. Yeah, there's a single player.
Oh.
You could do PvE, you could do PvP. I don't play with players unless they're in my tribe. I do a PvP personal server.
Oh yeah, I've heard. Okay. Yeah, that might be something.
To do with trolls, and it's really cool. I'm playing Primal right now. I can bring you into my game. I can open up the door and let a Dilophosaurus eat you. You're welcome.
Oh,
No,
hey,
I tried that, and I'm like, wait, does he play? Because he could play with me, and then I could put him on my streams, and then it'd be really funny, because then I'm going to throw a kamikaze dodo at him and watch him blow up.
I was going to say, it's 2020. Don't joke about having an Allosaurus pop up behind me, because I'll think it's a joke, and being 2020, there'll be a real damn dinosaur behind me. You'll both watch me get eaten on camera. That's been one of my favorite memes is, the world hasn't stopped turning, so like all these other scientific discoveries are still being found. Like they found an underwater cave in like India or something, and people are like, "Shut that shit down, man." It's like this cave hasn't been explored in 5,000. No, knock that shit off. This is not the year for that.
What was it? About a week or so ago, I woke up to a bird slamming into my window, and I went, "Oh goody, this."
Oh, that would have been. No, that would have been the moment I just packed it up. I would have called work and said, "I'm never leaving the house again." No,
I did already.
It would honestly take one little apocalypse thing, like you said, like the bird or something. I'm out.
Now that you were talking video games, I just thought of something. Did you see the announcement that Comcast did?
Oh, I like that. No.
Have you gotten the G4?
Yes, I did hear about that.
You get to play Pong.
Yes, and I'd also heard too that there was that we might be seeing a return of G4 Attack of the Show.
Really nice.
Yes,
but they've got to get the right people.
Yeah, they better fucking get Kevin Pereira if they're going to do Attack of the Show. No, I won't watch it.
I understand with you too why you don't have a show that replaced that at this point. You have a person who has access to an unlimited amount of games.
Well, he was doing it for a while on Twitch when Twitch was doing video streaming, because we had actually thought about doing Twitch way back then, because that was that's been like 5-6 years ago, wasn't it?
It should go. Yeah. I'm now getting money from ad revenue, and I've got subscribers. So there's 2 ways to make money off of it. And you haven't seen, I got a show. Keep going. I got a show.
I did read about that, Richard. Yeah, that's wicked excited.
Hopefully that'll be good. I don't know. Well, IGN might be involved with it too, right?
I'd seen the word drop. I didn't know if it was going to be a direct affiliation or if they were going to be like loosely affiliated with it.
I know, like, there's another service that's starting. That's going to be another gaming channel. That's going to be something like that. I want
you to show. What
do you want? You want this?
Show. Yes. Those are my badges for Twitch.
I like that.
They were Cassie. You guys know her. She always ran my tables. She's now gaming with us. She drew them, and then I sent them off to Hasm Productions, and they sent them over to their graphic designer, and he colored them and got them as a PNG transparent, so I can size them the way that they need to be for the Twitch account.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we now have our emotes, and we now have our badges.
Oh, that's cool.
So you ship yours and I help you.
That's awesome.
But I did hear that the warehouse in Columbus is hiring more video people. That gaming center down there. That's part of the.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that came
up
in my feed the other night, where they were hiring video people and streamers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's Columbus. I need something a little closer.
Well, that's close to me.
But we're talking about me again, aren't we?
No, it's video job. I don't do video work. You can't even video edit.
Bull.
I hit record and I hit stop. That's editing.
No, and I've actually made an intro and an outro. Have you seen any of my latest YouTube videos?
Yes.
I've added intros. I've entered outros. I've learned how to clean up the audio. I've learned how to cut off the silence part off of the end of the video. And I just don't give a care about covering the F word anymore. YouTube can suck it. I'm a Twitch affiliate anyway.
I think, well, when we're doing this, I'm still trying to rein it in, Rich, but every once in a while I know I still talk too casually.
You know what you need, Richard? You need one of those little soundboards next, and you're just sitting there ready, and like every time Mike's about to open up his mouth with a bad word, you just like pull a foghorn or a duck quack or something like that.
No, because what ended up happening is me and Richard would turn into the early morning DJs. Like, hey, welcome to UVN in the morning. Woo! You got Mike and Richard here on your drive time radio.
And where's the problem with that?
Fuck.
Just so you know, you guys are always more than welcome. So we still, even though I do the interviewing on other days of the week, I still do the AGP podcast. So I have AGP Welcomes a Creator and AGP Crew, which allows only crew members and sponsors to join. And it's more of the laid back. So like last episode, my sister made a sandwich while we were podcasting. There's nothing wrong with that.
Here's how you make the proper gamer sandwich.
So we got into an argument over like the best cheeses, how my sister makes her sandwiches, and how I make my sandwiches. And it's a really good I'm just saying, it's a great way for people to get to know the other you, not just the professional you. You guys should come and watch the chaos. Yeah, and we do stuff like that. I'll just walk off screen and grab something to eat or something to drink and come back, and I'll have like White Castles, and I'm like, oh
my God, Richard, it would turn into Noah's Arcade's Wayne World. Oh, hey, Rich, just enjoying some juice I got from Craven Vape there in Lima, Ohio. Mellow.
You watch the old episodes. Remember the guys would walk over to Lee's and they would give
Lee's famous chicken. Oh my God. Oh my God. Peanut would come back with a legit gallon. It was amazing because you could you could watch Peanut in real time polish off an entire gallon of sweet tea by himself. Like he'd be talking and you'd be fascinated because you'd see, oh my God.
Now I'm hungry. You can get them at Kroger.
Oh, I would go get my pickles, but I have to touch my phone later, so it's I don't need my phone smelling like bread and butter pickles right now.
Ooh, hot pickles.
But it does smell like cherry lemonade, available in non-nicotine flavors too.
Just for the taste of it, baby.
You know, between episodes, I find myself reading the works of Alison Dickinson.
And
because sometimes when you're not streaming... Oh, wait a minute. I'm not going to lie. If I'm going to promote anybody, hey, look, I bought another Lego set.
You're doing this wrong. When I'm sitting down having a nice hot pickle and my Diet Coke, my favorite thing to do is to turn on the Underground Video Network over on YouTube. It's a great way to catch up on all the things nerdy. See, you're doing it wrong.
If I was going to go after a sponsor that really meant something to me, I'd be more like, when I'm not on Underground Video Network, I'm on Pornhub. They're free service right now.
You can catch
Are we going to lie? Are we going to lie? Who here didn't take advantage of that free week during the first week of quarantine? Oh, dear God. I saw that on Facebook. I saw that on Facebook. I'm like, that's kind of hilarious. Username, not Mike Boroff at not Delphus.
It would be so funny if like I ever got to the status of actually being like a full-time Twitch streamer or a YouTuber or something, and somebody finally gets, because I don't have like an Express VPN or anything, and somebody goes, she goes to a lot of porn sites when she's not downloading and editing videos. Yes, I do.
That would be my platform. That would be gamers. Let's get real for a second.
My God, look at videos with tentacles in them. Yeah.
When you're not shooting loads at bad guys, you're shooting. Okay.
When you're done shooting your load at the newest bad guy in Call of Duty, make sure to head over to Pornhub so you can shoot another load.
Ironically, our new sponsor is Tide Detergent. Gets those tough stains out. You know, like coffee.
The work sponsor is name of dry cleaner somewhere.
Really shouldn't joke about this because God only knows. I've had so many I don't want to say the word private, but Jesus Christ. No, I'm legit scared because what was it? No, this was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, a friend of mine, my friend Kelly, who I bought that work of art that's hanging up, she's been doing a lot of crafts and everything. She's showing works in progress of a terrarium that she's been working on. It's really gorgeous. And I got on Google because I remember seeing them before, but I'd seen the terrarium somebody had made of Dagobah. And I sent it to her. One day, yesterday, I'm scrolling through Facebook. Guess what there were advertisements for? Terrariums. So, oh, dude, yeah, the algorithms are, oh my God, no. You fucker!
No, it is.
Asphincter says what? Asphincter says what?
You know, I'll be like, I'll be like, free hentai. And then I'll get on Facebook and it's like, oops.
No way!
I'm the first one to admit, I don't like most regular porn. Like, there has to be a theme with this. So, like, I have the Rocky Horror Picture Show porn, which is a musical, and I have the Justice League versus the Legion of Doom. I have stuff like that. But 98% of all of my hentai is torture porn hentai.
Okay, if me and Amanda are going to get real here real quick. And this is a public, this is a public service warning to anybody out there. Now, there are some really great parody porn, but if you go down a rabbit hole for like superhero themed, you're not going to like what you see because 90% of it is like heroines in peril, like Supergirl getting the shit beat out of her. And I'm like, no, this is like delete. I almost threw the computer away. Like this is, and it wasn't like one or two. It was like this is horrible. This is no. Yeah. So PSA, public spankers announcement. Shut up.
Has to be Pirates.
Oh, come on.
Pirates was fantastic.
Rich, we hit the 9 o'clock mark. That means the PG rating went out the board. Right, we're allowed to say shit on air now.
Rodney's watching.
Oh God.
Hi, Rodney.
Wait a minute, we're talking about porn and then Rodney pops up? Coincidence?
He did start his first adult comic.
He's going to pop on. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? I know the best VPNs to use to get around those firewalls.
By the way, Rodney, I've already said that you need to be on their show, so they're supposed to reach out to you, and if they don't, you let me know, and I can drop their sponsorship.
I was shut up. This is how I knew my computer knew me too well because, and I wanted to take a picture of it and show, but I couldn't. A CAPTCHA screen popped up where you have to type in words to prove that you're not a computer. It was fucking wibbly wobbly. I laughed my ass off, and then I was like, "Oh, I gotta show somebody this one." And I went to take the picture, and I'm like, No, because there's really only one place captures, pop up. I'm like,
I just read it.
I'm gonna.
Richard, why didn't you repeat the comment Rodney sent out?
I didn't want to say that.
Oh. Load from you, LOL. I love you, Rodney. You're so amazing.
As long as I'm in the clear, as long as somebody doesn't actually screen grab one of our podcasts and zooms in on the reflection of my glasses, then we're fine. But if anyone ever does that, I have some apologies to make.
And let's point this out. If you haven't figured out, Ronnie's a friend of ours, so this isn't like he's trolling us or trying to be rude or anything.
No.
He's a really good friend of ours. Matter of fact, he's a sponsor for my AGP channel, so technically, since they're sponsors of me and I'm sponsors of UVN, that makes us one happy sponsorship family.
I'm just waiting for that moment where the chat thing pops up. It says, Mike, tilt your head down and to the left a little bit. And I go like this. And it's like, it's a boob. I see a boob in a reflection. I'm like, oh, no, not the glasses. Oh, God.
By the way, I know you're doing Aang, but have you ever thought about doing Dr. Robotnik, especially now that you're bald?
I'm not going to lie and say that especially Jim Carrey's, I'm not going to lie and say it hasn't popped into my head. Well, here's what gets me. I just started watching. It's on Netflix. It's a Cursed, which I'm really enjoying. It's a very unique take on the Arthurian legend. But Arthur in it is a badass, and he's bald and bearded. And I'm looking at it like, oh, dude, he looks like that is some like next level wizard looking stuff. And here's what gets me, Richard, because I know you've listened to me bitch about it for like years. I've kept saying, why can't I have one really cool bald bearded character to cosplay? And then Lex Luthor, Aang, Wizard, and now all of a sudden there's no cons to go to. I finally get my guy. It's the monkey's paw, Rich.
Oh,
I made the wish and it backfired on me. I wish I had one character to cosplay, bald headed and bearded. Oh, fine. Wish granted. No cons. Fuck.
See, you're watching Curse. I watched the new the Netflix Pokemon series, Pokemon Journeys.
How is that? It's on my queue.
Okay. It's not a reboot. It's not. It actually takes place after Sun and Moon. But the first couple of episodes backtrack. So it is going to confuse you for the first couple of episodes.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it. It shows you where Pikachu came from. So that Pichu is Pikachu.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It shows you his journey, then it recaps Ash's first encounter with meeting Pikachu, and then so you're like, okay, so this is like a reboot. But then they start dropping hints along the way of, well, I met this back when we did this, or I did this back when I did this. So it is a continuation. It just happens to be Netflix did a exclusive thing with Game Freak, but it's supposed to take place after Sun and Moon. And it's a Pokemon show. It even brings back Team Rocket in their glorious splendor.
Oh, I'm in now. That was I was fucking Team Rocket from the get-go.
Wait till you see their new thing. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. The other one I'm really excited about, the Netflix exclusive, is that The Rise of Cybertron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Rich, I think me and you have talked about it. What pissed me off about was I don't know if the quarantine had anything to do with it, but they released the action figures to that series months ago. Mm-hmm. And I haven't bought a Transformer figure in a long time just because a lot of the lines I'm not invested in. I just don't like them. But when I saw these, I'm like, these are really good. Like the one, Richard, you'd appreciate this.
The art looks good.
The art looks good because the one I saw, and I'm going to end up getting it, was Starscream. Now, in robot mode, he looked like the Starscream that we're used to, but I mean, a little bit more detailed. But his alt mode is that triangular ship from the pilot episode. And I was like, oh, I'm in it for that one. But when I found out it was going to be based on a Netflix show, I'm like, because I've missed Netflix, you know, a lot of times, you know, it doesn't pop up on the, you know, interested for you, but it pissed me off when I found out it. I don't even think it's available. It's coming out until what, like August, or I think we've got another couple weeks for it. But yeah, I see these really dope ass action figures that like actually make me want to buy a Transformers figure based on a cartoon. And I'd heard the rumor that Netflix was also going to get the rights to do new, I don't know if it's going to be a continuation or a reboot of Beast Wars Transformers.
Huh.
I really do think, we talked about it before, Richard, that's going to be another one of Netflix's saving graces, is their original programming and their original animated shows.
Aren't they also doing a Cuphead show?
Which one?
Based off of the video game? Cuphead.
I'd heard that too. But I mean, they're animated.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Lock and Key. I just watched Lock and Key.
Oh my God. Yes.
Great. Yeah, of course, there's things when you've read the comic that you're like, that's not right. But it's still great.
Yeah.
No, I did it the opposite. I'm going to end up doing it with the Umbrella Academy too, is I never read Lock and Key when it came out. But after I watched the Netflix show, I went out and I did it one by one. I went old school. I got all of the Lock and Key graphic novels, and I just read recently too that there's going to be a new Lock and Key that takes place
right
in the past. But I went the other way. I watched the show first, and then I read the book. The same way is going to be with the Umbrella Academy. I watched it first, and that's my next.
Was back, Richard. You guys probably do remember this. Back Free Comic Book Day was just coming out, and they came out with the Umbrella Academy Free Comic Book Day.
Right. I did get.
I have that. That was my introduction to it. I fell in love with it instantly.
Yeah.
Richard's working on his lighting.
But the other
darker and then lighter and darker. In that mode.
The other news I was really excited to hear was that about season 2 of the Umbrella Academy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And did you? I know I mentioned it to Richard. Did you see the little teaser they did a while back ago, Amanda, where they had the entire cast? They were still in quarantine, so they were shot from home. But they did the I Think We're Alone Now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Here's what's great. Just a couple of weeks ago, my friend Sebastian sent me a link that the entire soundtrack to the Umbrella Academy. There was a playlist, so I downloaded it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm in my kitchen listening to it for the first time, and like the third or fourth track is Tiffany's I Think We're Alone Now. I went full Umbrella. I'm not going to lie. I went full Umbrella Academy. I'm sitting there in my kitchen. Oh, I couldn't help it. And then I caught myself, and I went, fuck it, this makes me happy. But now I can't.
Lucifer's getting another season.
Yes. Oh, yeah. This is season 6, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because I remembered seeing something. It was a promo, not even a promo. I'm not even.
No, it's season 5, and it comes August 21st.
See it, Oh, and I heard the good news too that production on Witcher season 2 will be starting up soon, which makes sense because Stranger Things, which makes sense because I hate to put it like this, but somebody had mentioned I hate saying message boards, but when it was announced that season 2 was going to start being filmed, somebody had made the comments about it's like, oh, that doesn't seem very smart, continuing production. But then someone chimed in, we're shooting in New Zealand, and guess what? We handled our shit, and it was just like, I was like, that was like the ultimate clapback. It was just like, yeah, we can do it in our country because we did shit right. It was just like, oh, fucking burn.
And the thing is if you pay attention, they're still doing stuff right. So even though, they're still having to wear masks in between takes. They're still having to social distance, things like that. They're constantly checking on each other's health, things like that. So they found a way to be productive, but they got rid of the initial thing that we just don't seem to care about, which is lock it down, shut it down.
They grasp it and they take it seriously. And I'd heard too that a show like that, it's kind of like Lord of the Rings, where when they were doing production, it wasn't like everybody just took off and went home. This is a group of people that are pretty much like living together. Like, we're going to be shooting for the next 6 months. We live together. So it's kind of like...
Right. What they did was everybody part of the shoot had to take the test for COVID.
Yeah.
And then once they're proven, because they will be together for the next 6 months, it's no different than if I had other than my cats and dogs living with me. But kind of like me and my mom, we don't wear masks around each other because my mom lives right underneath me and I spend most of my time with her. Yeah,
you live together. So these people aren't just working together, they're living together. So they can do that. But when I saw that they
I assume they'll take the test again after they're done, just to make sure.
Oh, I would imagine, yeah. So I'm looking.
That's how you should do it. Anything that could do something like that with the people, because I don't think people really realize, okay, when these people go to shoot a movie or they go to shoot these television series, these people are together anywhere between 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
It's not like they're leaving and then going home to their families or anything like that. They only get that during breaks. Right. And I'm sure during this, that changes when they get the breaks, what they can do, things like that. It puts it under a whole new situation, because now, regardless of what anybody thinks, things have changed. That's the end. Things will, I'm tired of hearing when things go back to normal. There is no normal.
They'll never.
Normal. It's now a new normal we will have to live with.
And, even on the smallest level, me and Richard have talked about this, just like what we're doing right now, what all of our friends are doing right now with the video conferencing and the Zoom calls and all that kind of stuff right there, that has changed the landscape. I
don't normally vape, but if you saw my post today earlier, it's been a really bad day.
No.
I had a mental breakdown.
If they're used to this.
Yeah, but you got to remember, yours is still, yes, I understand. You asshole. But you understand, this is still more socially acceptable than this. Okay? And I really do. I do not do this very often, but he's such an ass. You didn't know, he's still in it.
Hey, my philosophy is if I tell a joke in a room full of people and only one person laughs, I'm happy, and that person's usually me.
Oh my
god. Oh hell. Oh my god, that was good stuff.
I rarely do this, but it's just been one of those days, and you both know me. I through the years, I have been able to admit, yes, I suffer from chronic depression, ADHD, manic depression, and bipolar disorder. It's really hard sometimes, especially in the days that we live in now, to get through every day. And even when you go, well, you don't go anywhere. I live my life on social media, and social media, I don't think people realize how much of an impact social media really does have on somebody.
It really does.
When it becomes your news and your life.
And you know what? The one thing that I have really noticed, I mean, there is definitely a dark side, but I've noticed over the past couple months that even friends that I don't get to see very often, I'm chatting with them and FaceTiming them even more now than before, because it was just like my just as an example, my friend Sebastian, I see him actually see him a couple times a year at cons, and we'll drop a meme or something here every now and then. But it's like now that the physical part is like, especially with my group of the superhero friends, now that that's gone, we're filling that void with talking more.
Right.
Richard, you remember Chad and Sarah Porter, don't you?
Yeah.
They're up there in Canada, right now. I get news from them, but I've talked, especially Sarah, I've talked to her more in the last, couple months than I have in the last couple years. It's.
Does she constantly ask you, "Are you ready to become a Canadian yet?"
She really.
I mean,
she's asked. Her and Chad have both mentioned, when they came down, this was before the COVID stuff. But even they were like, if you ever decide and you need a place to crash until you get, on your feet, ain't like we wouldn't enjoy living with you. And I'm telling you, man,
my two of the guys that I game with, Gary and Sebastian, they live in Australia. So of course I get to hear the stories of how they handle everything versus how we handle everything. And their mom, bless her soul, bless her precious soul. She goes, "Man, if Americans were allowed to travel to Australia, I would pay for you to come here so you could get out of that awful place." Like, she wants me to become Australian so bad. Could you imagine HEP? Good night, everybody. But
no, wait a minute.
Funny.
Amanda, you'd have to do it like this. Ah, damn it! The phone flipped. Damn it! Ah, the one time technology worked to my disadvantage. Yes, God damn, if you did the entire show like that, I would shit. Good day and welcome from Australia. Oh, Jesus Christ, that would be awesome. Excuse me, I'm gonna go flush my toilet in a counterclockwise direction. But no, they really have. There's a couple other.
Look at it! It's the terrifying land piranha. I'm gonna put you with it. She's like, what the hell?
Here we see the great white North American tarantula. Oh, she looks vicious.
Oh my God! Not even funny. Playing 7 Days to Die, they have giant tarantulas in the mod that I'm using. I hate spiders. There's this new game. Have you seen it called Kill It With Fire?
I've seen. Yes. Yeah. No. That's gonna be a big. No. That's gonna be a hard no for me.
It's a game with spiders, and you have to kill them. And
or be killed by them.
And it goes, pick this up. Now inspect it. Yeah. And then you get to the second level, and then they just jump. Nope. Or when you kill the black and red ones, they explode into a bunch of babies. Nope.
Nope.
I'm just walking through with the flamethrower going. Your objective is to kill it with a machine gun. Nope. This way I ain't gotta get anywhere near it. No. No. Screw that game. Fuck it. No. No.
That's why, like, when I was playing, normally when I do play a game, Amanda, I play one at a time. It's just the way I'm wired. It's difficult for me to jump from game to game. It's more like the OCD where I have to focus on this. But when I've been playing The Last of Us, I've been sprinkling it with a little of the Paper Mario just because The Last of Us is a great game, but it's a heavy game, and it's really heavy considering everything we're going through right now. But yeah, it's almost like when I'm playing The Last of Us, it's kind of like, it makes me think of Idiocracy, where it's just like, this is supposed to be a game, not predicting the frickin' future. Okay? And what was really cool, Richard, you'll appreciate this. You'll both appreciate this. The part of the game I'm in right now takes place in Seattle. Now, since it's a sequel to the first, The Last of Us, the world's been in catastrophe since like 2013. So everything in the game is like when you find a ruins, like the calendar still say 2013 because that's when the end of the world happened. I stumbled upon a convention center, Richard, where there was a comic convention.
Oh no.
That was a weird moment because you enter the grand hall and you see Seattle Con 2013, and she's traveling with somebody that's a little older than her at the moment, and she's like, "What is this?" He's like, "Oh, I'm surprised you've never heard of this. This would have been your place." And he explains to her what a comic book convention is, and even in the game, you can just see her face light up with the light. She goes, "You mean there was an entire section, entire gathering of people like me?" And he's like, "Yeah, hundreds of people."
Wow.
Yeah, that was kind of mind blowing, Richard, because here I am navigating, these fungus type zombies at an abandoned, I didn't get to go inside yet, but an abandoned comic book convention. It's just like, okay, you went a little bit too close to home, man. that's you're striking at my wheelhouse right there. Trying to think.
I'm going to mention this, and then I will post it on Facebook. I had to mention, and this started a problem. So real quickly, Richard, Michael, do you ever have somebody who's not an actual family member, but you call them aunt or uncle or your brother or your sister or something like that?
Cousin.
Yeah.
What's up, cousin? Yeah.
I know this guy. I've known him since I was like early 20s. I've always called him my uncle, and I'm not going to mention his name because it doesn't need to be mentioned. And I've always called him uncle. And I made a post earlier today about I've lost 3 friends to this. I've lost the man who I call uncle. And I didn't specify that he's not a family relative. And someone went and called me out on it. No, he's my uncle. As far as I'm concerned, he's my uncle. I should not have to clarify this. It doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, my friends are family.
Yeah.
So does it really matter if the person's really blood related to me? I've called him uncle since I was like 20. I'm going on 41. After 21 years, he's an uncle. I don't care if he's blood related.
Wait, are we talking about porn again?
No. This is
I
not
just
a
want to be really sure. Wait, I just wanted to be really sure because that sounded very familiar to me, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't doze off.
No.
Like you're not actually my blood niece.
No. No. This is
Okay,
about. I've gotten some flack
delete
back.
browser history.
I've gotten some flack back lately on Facebook. My personal account, I've removed a lot of people. And I made a post about it because I keep getting these nasty messages. So I made a post about it finally because it hasn't been just people that, oh, I randomly see you on Facebook. I've done it to family members as well who have been strictly anti-mask, and I'm sorry. But to me, when you say that you won't wear a mask, you're not really my friend because you're telling me you don't care.
Exactly. It's the best thing I've heard is a difference of opinion is I like tea or I like tea. I like coffee. Those are different opinions. This stuff, that's not an opinion. That's health and safety. That's a lot more severe and a lot more serious.
So
and especially for like.
And I want to touch on something that you said earlier about how, they're acting like, why they don't wear it. Maybe they need something. I think it's a little bit more than that. You'll see people that they know people that this is affected or people that it's affected them personally take this a lot more serious. Where a lot of other people are like, this hasn't happened to me. Oh, this is fake. And I do not wish this to happen to anybody or anybody's friends or family. I don't. But think of it this way, guys. If a tornado demolishes that town and it's not yours, that doesn't mean that the tornado didn't exist, that the tornado didn't happen, and that there's people that are now in shambles over it. It still happened. It just didn't happen to you.
One of the closest things, and I don't know if I told you this, Richard, but last week we found out, Richard, you remember my niece, Emily.
Right.
She works at the Bigby Coffee over there by Westgate Bowling Alley, the Westgate Bowling Center.
Okay.
They had gotten an email that someone at the Eastgate Bigby Coffee, kind of like by where we park our cars and meet to go to Comic Cons,
Right. Yeah.
somebody there tested positive. Everybody was worried. Now, they have on record that this woman didn't do it, but there was concern because they have gone to each other's, this person at this Bigby will work at this one if they need it, and this one will work at this one. So they've had everybody that's worked at that Bigby, and they suggested the people that work at the other Bigby, just in case, get tested and everything. And that poor girl, she knows, because like that woman hasn't worked, on our store in like months. But so now, that got really close to home for her. She's freaking out, because we'll still, since everything's happened, we'll do it very responsibly. We go to check on my dad. My dad's 73. He lives by himself. It's not like we're, like hugging up on each other. He'll open the door. I'll sit on the couch over here. He'll sit over there. We'll bullshit. See ya. But she was just like, I'm not coming around she goes, I am not coming around. She goes, the chances are slim to none, but until I'm absolutely sure, not going to happen.
And give all respects for that.
Yeah. And one bit of advice I would like to give, especially for the smaller children, like when I wear my mask, you've seen my mask. I have a Baby Yoda mask. I have a Star Wars mask. I have different masks for my different tastes. One bit of advice I could give, especially when you see kids, and I got to do this the other day when I was at the comic book store. If you see a smaller child, anybody that's old enough to kind of get an idea of what's going on, and you see them wearing a cute mask, compliment them. Say, I really like your mask. That is a really cute mask. You wouldn't believe how much that helps. Because I'm not kidding you. I mean, even with the face mask, if you look at the cheeks and you look at the eyes, you see the smile. And when you see a small kid that doesn't know what they're going, oh my God, I had to share the picture. Oh, I'll sidetrack real quick. No,
Mike's gonna sidetrack.
Big surprise. No, what's great is my nephew, my nephew's wife, Allie, posted a picture here just a couple days ago on Instagram of my great nephew Cashin wearing a Star Wars mask. They must have bought it at the place there in Lima, Richard, from Shop for Good. I have the same exact mask. Oh. Now the fabric was, you know what I mean? It was a little bit off, but it was the exact same one. And I sent her the picture of me wearing the mask, and she emailed back to me. She goes, Mikey's wearing the same mask I am. She said he smiled from fucking ear to ear. So if you see somebody, a small child or something, you should say a kind word anyways. But it was like, hey, and it works for me too, because, especially when I wear my Baby Yoda mask, I've had kids come up to me, not come up to me, but is that Baby Yoda? And I'll kneel down. I go, yeah, you like it? And you can see the cheeks. You can see the smile,
I just see Michael going, no, it's the child.
No. In my house, it's Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry. Please don't kick me off.
Daddy Mando, do-do-do-do-do. Daddy Mando, do-do-do.
And now we're
that's Richard's like, hi, I'll be taking over the reins of the show now. I'll handle porn talk, but once you go Baby Shark, I've had enough. We're done.
No, it is really important to, let, especially kids. Another really good technique is when your kid is out, if a kid sees somebody without a mask on, have them yell, are we all gonna die because he's not wearing a mask?
I've seen that too. I've seen the post. I've seen the meme that says something like, I give my child $1 for every time they call out somebody not wearing a mask. I've spent 50. No. The first one is I saw that, and then I saw someone added up to it. I just gave my kid $75 at Walmart. This game is over.
I wish people would realize this isn't about taking away your rights or anything like that. And I realized that there were still going to be some uncomfortable things, because we saw this back when they started the seatbelt laws. But instead of acting like we're trying to take your rights away, this is the time to be like, You're doing this to show your humanity, to show your kindness, to bring everybody together, to show what the human spirit can really be. And it's not a bunch of selfish dicks. It's loving people for being people, for being who they are, and caring.
And especially if you go anywhere where, well, I mean, it's everywhere now because we've gotten to that point. But if you go anywhere and the people working there are wearing a mask, fuck you for not wearing it. That just shows that you're telling those people that I don't care about you. It's just
right. When I see somebody without a mask, I just see somebody who doesn't care. I wear a mask not just because it has impacted me. I wore a mask before it impacted me. I wear a mask because I care. I care about you. I care about your family. I care about your friends. I care about your future.
Mm-hmm. I wish I could find it. I found it on Facebook. I should have shared it with you. You know how one of the big things that was going around, well, not big things, but it was like cosplayers that were wearing, like me wearing my Ant-Man mask to like Walmart or whatever, right? I saw a freaking brilliant one. And it was even more brilliant when I found out later on that it was a dude. But I never watched the show, but I know the character from Game of Thrones, the lady that walked around going, shame, bong, bong. I didn't know it was a dude at first, but dude dressed up as that woman from Game of Thrones, had the mask on, had the bell, and his buddy videotaped him going to different places. And the one was very obviously Walmart and Target, but he walked behind people, bong, shame. Bong, shame. And I laughed my ass off. And then they got out to the guy's car and he took the thing off. I'm like, that was a dude. Dude had hair down to here. It was a flat out dude. And I'm like, that was freaking hilarious. Like that was
funny.
just
At the same point yeah, but at the same point in time, we really shouldn't do that. We should show that we should find a way to be like, guys, look, wearing a mask is not to take away your rights. And we understand they're very uncomfortable. But there are many different types of masks out there that you can wear that you can maybe not have all the filtering stuff in it. Just put something over, show that you care. This is about caring. This is about caring about human lives. And if this isn't about death anymore, okay? We've conquered the death part. It's something that, and this is in my post. Yeah, I've lost 3 friends. I've lost an uncle, or the man I call uncle. But I have 2 friends that are in their 30s that got it. Yeah, they survived. They also now have to live with oxygen for the rest of their lives. For the rest of their lives. This is now what COVID is going to do, and how many people are going to get disability. You know, these people are complaining because they were essential workers, okay? Now think about all the people who get it and will not have disabilities and will never be able to go back to work because of their conditions because of this.
Yeah. And then what's strange to me is, well, I was going to say, it's strange to me that you have the people who, there's 2 groups. You have the ones that don't believe in it at all, but then you have those people that believe in Corona, but still don't believe that masks work. It's like, what's it going to do? Fucking Bill Nye. I think I know Richard. I think you saw that was the best goddamn video I'd ever seen. When she's like, "Look," and he did it in typical Bill Nye fashion because he starts off very calm, very scientific. Then he goes, "It's about me. I don't," you know. He does that Bill Nye snap, but he did the thing where it's like, "Here's a candle, flame went out. Put the mask on." Could you get the ball? I'm like, it's not an opinion when you can scientifically prove it, when you can do the experiment.
Well, that's why they say on the beaches it's more 10, 15 feet, because when they're breathing out and they don't have a mask and then the wind takes it, it goes much further. But they're talking about masks now. Here, let me help you decide to wear a mask. Wear a mask now before they make it that you legally will have to get a shot for COVID and the flu every damn year. How about that?
While I'm thinking about it, and it's going to be a way to tie it back to what we talked about earlier, another reason to knock this COVID shit out.
And so we can go back to
new porn. There's no new porn, people.
Yeah.
You keep talking about all the films and movies that are not being produced. What about these people? don't get me wrong. It's still nice seeing actress A, do her little, web show. But I mean, come on, man. I missed the production. I missed the production value. I missed the sceneries and the set locations, man.
The storyline.
Come on, boy. You give me a good storyline any day, Missy.
Pirates! I'm going back to Pirates! Pirates is a great porn with a great freaking story. It is amazing. That's why it won its porn awards. I'm just saying.
Look up the Justice League. Axel Braun, that production, he's got costumes that rival anything you've seen from pro cosplay. I'm looking at that costume and I'm like, yes, it's a giant X and not an S, but god damn it, that's still an amazing costume.
And
that man should have been Henry Cavill's stunt double, because I couldn't watch it because he looked so much like Henry Cavill. I'm like, there's a fine line between fiction and fantasy. I'm good with that. No.
I love how we've turned the not at Square Comic-Con into the porn show. Man, aren't you glad when I come in and everything gets deviated from what you guys were originally talking about?
Don't you know? There's the algorithm for it. We're at an hour and 40 minutes. After so long, it always goes back to porn. It always circles back.
Mike, you remember the old school one? The internet is really, really great.
For porn. No, I sung that to a friend of mine the other day, and she had no idea what I was talking about. I told her to look it up. The internet is for porn.
The internet is for porn.
Grab your dick and double click for porn. Oh,
for porn.
Man, god damn it. That was like one of the first. I don't want to call it a meme, but dude, I'm pretty sure that was like dial-up. That was dial-up meme.
That's classic. That is.
Oh my god.
That is along the classic lines of Numa Numa.
No, I was just gonna say Numa Numa. Oh man.
And then Star Wars Kid. Star Wars Kid.
Yeah.
You know you're old when these are your memes. And why are you playing dial-up? Yeah, remember? You were never on the internet till your AOL disc came in through the mail.
Oh, man.
Here's your memory of online. Woo-hoo! Hells, yeah.
What was that other meme?
Do I? Keep going.
Speaking of people with masks, too, it was Bane. You inherited the internet. I was born into it. I didn't see broadband till I was well into manhood. That's still one of my favorites.
Oh, where did I put? I've got to find it. I still have an AOL disc that has Star Wars on it. That has Star Wars from when they did the prequels on it.
Oh my god.
I kept it. My sister's like, what is it? So my baby sister, remember, she's 13 years younger than me. She goes, is this a video game? I went, no. She's like, what's that? I was like, that's how you used to get online.
This is the internet with free Jar Jar Binks screensaver.
That's back when there was a Star Wars portal, because you had to go to the Lucas portal.
Yes.
It wasn't a website; it was a real portal, and you had to pay. Yeah. You had to pay what, $10 a month to access it.
Oh yeah.
And who could forget those lovely words? You've got mail.
Oh God.
Chat.
What's that?
Chat rooms.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. ASL.
ASL.
That's how every conversation in every chat room started. ASL. Like, oh God. No.
I dated many a guy thanks to the internet back in those days.
Oh God.
It was funny too, 'cause I took my cousin on a blind date with this guy, and these two guys came out, and this one guy was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And this other guy definitely looked like the quintessential 80s, 90s sidekick boy. Like Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell, a Screech boy. And my cousin goes, that better not be mine. That better not be mine. And sure enough, it was her. She's like, I'm out. All right, cool.
Like Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. Hey, I heard you had a date with Bait last night. No, it was her sister Switch.
The funny part is, Mike, I still have the hat I got. It's a Mortal Kombat baseball cap that I stole from the guy that I had the date with from the chat room. What? What?
Batman,
it's a good hat.
Batman has the dinosaur and the giant penny. She still has the hat.
It's Mortal Kombat. Classic Mortal Kombat movie Mortal Kombat. Not crappy sequel Mortal Kombat.
Speaking of memes, Mortal Kombat 2020, the quarantine version. Stay over there! He doesn't pull you close, he pushes you away. Oh, man.
I'm sorry, but they decided that there will be no Mortal Kombat this year. They don't want it over there.
Well, they did, though. Did you see the last Mortal Kombat? What was it? I'd seen videos and stuff for it. They're all the downloadable characters you could do, and the one that they were hyping up the most was RoboCop.
Right.
And I got to think, that's really cool looking, but I got to thinking, that'd be the shittiest Mortal Kombat. I mean, think about it. You got ninjas over here vanishing and stuff, and this guy's like, psh, psh, psh.
But he's going to shoot him in the nuts.
Oh, yeah. I did get one of the highlights though is I got to watch. It was the best of Mortal Kombat, but it was like a YouTube video of like all the fatalities. Oh, dude, watching them reach in and grab every bit of RoboCop's still human head and spine and yank it out. That was dope. That was dope. So. Yeah, speaking of video games, it's not really. Oh, you know what I picked up the other day? What I picked up the other day, Richard, was I got a chance to go to Alter Ego. I got my comic books this week,
Right.
And I know all the other places like Pack Rat and Champion. They're giving out the free comic book day comic books.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them were from last year, and some from this year. I got to pick up the Horizon Zero Dawn comic from Free Comic Book Day. That's the anticipation for the ongoing series that's going to be coming out. And the Free Comic Book one, it was really good. And it's supposed to be the comic that leads up into the sequel that's going to be released on PlayStation 5. God damn it, that looks good.
Yeah. By the way, did you catch any of the Xbox release? The Microsoft release.
A little bit here and there. I saw Fables. I saw the new Fables.
So.
Oh shit!
Here's where I have some issues. For the last couple of months, even up until last week, Microsoft's constantly saying, we're not doing any. All the games are going to be available on the Xbox One. Blah blah blah. And then you started watching these exclusively only on Xbox Series X and PC. Mm. And then they released a statement going, we'll leave it up to the developer if they think that their game will be suitable for that. You lied. You've lied.
Yeah.
You've lied.
Yeah, that was some horse shit.
I'm like, that's not what you've said. So maybe you just say what you need to say. I mean.
Do you expect any less?
No.
No.
I really don't. And we all know that, Microsoft is still playing the game. All right, what's PlayStation got to say before we say this and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Even though they're trying to say, oh, there's no console war. We're not worried about that. We just want our customers to no, you're waiting. You're still waiting.
Yeah.
The Atari's coming out. It's going to top everybody.
I have an Atari.
No, the new one.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Speaking of Ataris, Richard, just this last weekend, I was talking about him earlier. My nephew Corey, his wife, they took my great nephew to the Henry Ford Museum.
Oh yeah,
fully man. They're doing everything right. There was an Atari in the museum, Richard.
Of course.
Allie sent me that picture. It wasn't like an Instagram thing. She sent it directly to me. She goes, "Hey, check this out." And I sent her a picture back of crying. She's like, "What?" I go, "I own that, and it's in a museum." And it's like, I'm looking at the box. I'm like, it wasn't like an early. It's like, no, that's the one that we owned, and it's in a museum. So now, like, whenever, because there's still a lot of the secondhand game places around us, like a Mega Gameplay or whatever, where you can find an Atari. Now all I can think about when I see it, if I see one, is Indiana Jones. That belongs in a museum. So do you.
Man, I gotta stop going to Facebook during these things.
Why?
John Saxon died.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
That was announced earlier.
Nancy's daddy
who?
from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
No. I just read earlier. Regis. I just read about Regis. Oh, man. What are you guys doing? We're over here, and you guys are over there. I grew up watching Regis.
They still have Betty White contained, right? She's still okay.
She's taken over the one game show.
Is she? I'm not even joking, and I don't want to be skeptical, but the last time I saw a picture,
it was I don't remember which one. One of the Jeopardy or something they were talking about.
Dude, you know who I want to see Betty White take over? Family Feud.
Dude, that would be, oh my God, Betty would be just as filthy. Oh no, I agree with you on that one.
I mean, even though Steve Harvey is hilarious because he's like, "Oh Lord Jesus, oh Lord Jesus," but Betty White be in the middle of it and they go, "I'll do you one better." Get off my comic books! Hey!
We lose Mike.
Wow.
Oh, I thought she was.
I looked up Betty White because I hate to say she's still one of my favorite people, but the last time I saw a picture of her, she looks 90. She's showing her age. She does not look. She doesn't look like she's gonna.
It's because her hair is starting to get to the point where it's thinning, and that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. But she still at her age. I mean, come on, at her age, and as long as she's been working,
yes,
she's 98 years old. Worked in one of the most stressful industries the world has ever known, other than fast food.
Oh
she
yeah,
looks damn good.
Oh yeah.
Hell, I wish I could look as good as her now.
No, the one that got me, and I don't know if we talked about it here recently, was when Carl Reiner passed away. Because I absolutely adore Carl Reiner, especially over the years when I found out how close of family him and Mel Brooks are. Because what was it? I was watching the Jerry Seinfeld show, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and he had Carl Reiner on, and they ended up going back to Carl's house, which was a very modest house, very modest. They said like almost every night, legitimately, him and Mel Brooks sit together and watch Jeopardy together. And it was a horrible thing, but one of the first things I thought about when I heard that Carl Reiner died was, is Mel okay? And just a couple weeks ago, Rich, I was listening to The Nerdist, and he had Max Brooks, his son, on. And Max Brooks, they did a video here just a few weeks ago. Especially when you hear how close a family all of them are, like Mel, Max, Carl, his wife, Anne Margaret, and all of them are. Max told stories. Dad would come over every single night. Every single night. And he does it now. He can't now because we take this seriously. But they showed a video. What they do now is Max comes over to the house. The backyard has a big sliding door. Some days Mel will sit by the screen door and Max will sit over here. And they've got a TV screen positioned so both of them can still watch TV together and bullshit with each other. And I'm like, that is miraculous. But yet when I heard Carl Reiner passed away, I first thought was, make sure Mel was all right. But then what really got me is a couple of days ago, I rewatched. Have you guys watched that fantastic quarantine put together version of the Princess Bride?
It's on my to-do list. Everybody's been telling me about it. Dude, you gotta remember, here's my free time. What am I doing?
If I can take time out from porn to watch this, you've got time, Missy.
I'm sorry. Some of us have a Twitch channel, and we have Gem City Comic Con to run and Champion City Comic Con to run, even though we don't have shows this year. And we have sponsors that we have to take care of, and we have YouTube videos that have to be edited, and YouTube videos that have to be put up, and podcasts that are being done.
And some of us are paying premium monthly fees for Pornhub Prime. I don't want to hear your arguments, Missy. I made the time.
For porn. I won't pay for porn.
I don't know. No.
I won't pay for porn.
No, only a sucker pays for porn. But no, what I was saying is if you get a chance to look it up, it really is one of the greatest things. It's just any and every celebrity has done their own hand camcorder phone video snippet from The Princess Bride. And I'd seen it before, but I rewatched it the other day, and the end is what broke me. Because at the very end was Rob Reiner, Meathead, as an adult, laying in bed, and he looks up into the camera like the little boy from The Princess Bride. Will you come over tomorrow and read it to me? They fucking show Carl Reiner, his father, as you wish. Fucking put my phone down. I'm like, I'm a grown man. I'm going to fucking bawl like a baby for a minute. That shit broke me. It was touching before he passed away, but after he passed away, that shit broke me. But still watch it, though. It is brilliant. And if you need another excuse to absolutely love Paul Rudd, to hear him and Gary Elways do the Wesley and Humperdinck exchange, oh my God. It was... Because the first time I saw it, I really thought Paul Rudd was lip syncing to the scene. It was the scene, no, to the pain. To the pain is where I cut you from here to here. I thought Paul Rudd was lip syncing until the point where he was moving the camera like this. And he goes, and then I will cut your ears off. So sorry. He said that. That wasn't lip synced. I'm like, oh my God, he's not lip syncing that. That was live. That's him doing Gary Elways. I was like, holy shit. Oh, it's good. Watch that. Oh, speaking of quarantine stuff, Rich, you'll appreciate because I know how big a fan you are. The cast from Scott Pilgrim are going to be doing a live script read. That's fucking awesome, man. That is going to be awesome. Like we said, some good things have and will be coming out of this quarantine. We're seeing the technology that's been available to us used. I don't want to say in new ways, but being better used. When you can have and I'm gonna drop this thing. When you can have the entire cast of Hamilton do a live sing along on Zoom or whatever, that just shows you where we are creatively and adaptively in the world today.
Yeah. Wow, 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So. To wrap this up, everybody here, we really hope that you're staying safe, that you are taking the precautions you need to be safe and to help the people around you be safe. We hope you're finding a way mentally to deal with everything that's been going on, not only outside your door, but inside your house.
Being National Tequila Day was a great way to cope with everything.
Oh, I was gonna make a Corona joke, but it's 2 hours. I'm running dry. Rich, Amanda, I'm gonna let you two fight this out. Can you tell everybody? Richard's like, I'm not even fighting it, Manifer. Tell everybody where they can find you at.
All right, guys. So if you want to check out AGP, we are actually over on Twitch. We are Twitch affiliated. You can go over there and you can either follow or subscribe. Remember, subscribers over on Amanda Gillen Present Twitch TV. If you're a subscriber, you don't have to watch ads. You get really cool badges. You get really cool emotes that are exclusive only if you subscribe to AGP. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe absolutely free. Of course, we're also over on YouTube. Again, Amanda Gillen Presents. And make sure that you follow or subscribe, ring the bell for notification, and give a little thumbs up because that really helps the channel so we continue making podcasts and gaming videos for you guys. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Amanda Gillum, that's spelled like William, but with a G instead of a W, presents, except for Twitter, which is Amanda G Presents. Check us out. We game. We do podcasts. We have creators. We drink during streams. We have fun.
You can find me in my You can find me and my playlist at Pornhub.com under the name not Mike Boroff. No, I'm kidding. Rich, where can they find us at?
UndergroundVideoNetwork.com. And then you can find our brand new video library of all 791 episodes that we have posted.
Yeah.
You know. So that's where that's at. And then you can find all the links to all our socials.
So on behalf of Richard, Amanda, and all of us, we hope everybody's staying safe, and we'll see you this time next week.
We love you. Wear your masks.